Hey everybody, welcome to a special episode of Panda Cooking with Ja. We're doing it outdoors today in the glorious north side. We have a special sponsored event today. We're actually sponsoring this neighborhood community bake-off. We're gonna make some free pizzas, breads, and baked goods for the neighborhood. There's even a contest we're sponsoring for Best Baker, Tripoli Street 2017. So some people made cookies. Chocolate chip with pepitas, like sunflower seeds. Good. But what we're going to show you how to do is how to make traditional wood-fired pizzas. It's just a very simple mixture of all-purpose flour, a little bit of salt and sugar, about like a tablespoon worth, maybe 2 tablespoons or so of olive oil. We use a special kind of yeast. This Tripoli Street Wild Blend is very similar to baker's yeast, except it's more flavorful, almost like a sourdough. Actually, if you share and like this video, you'll be entered to win one of these. We'll mail it to you, even if you're not Pittsburgh-based. We've gotten some complaints that almost all our giveaways are Pittsburgh-based, so now we finally have one that's not Pittsburgh-based. Anyone in the world can comment and share and get some wild yeast from America. So you want to let it rise multiple times, and then when it rises, like near the top of the bowl, you kind of just punch it down. Like you don't even kind of like knead it. You kind of just punch it down, and then that kind of compresses it a bit. So now that this one is done, I'm going to add some fresh herbs right from the community garden over there. We're using a mixture of thyme and lemon thyme. So basically, I'm just breaking up the herbs over it, and then leaving the stems out. So just kind of like stripping the herbs. And it's okay if you have like a few little stem pieces, but you mainly just kind of, like just imagine it in the dough eventually. So there, that's probably enough. So then I'm just kind of like rolling it in, and then I'm gonna add some flour to my hands, which will allow me to basically just do a better job rolling this dough. And I can just toss it back and forth. Put it in the center, and we're just gonna roll it out. So roll from the center outwards. Oops, but we need a little bit more flour. We're doing the thing. So we're just kind of pulling it up now, and then making sure that it's mobile. And you just kind of want a rough circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. So we were in a rush, so we're just gonna use some good old Giant Eagle pizza sauce. Normally would make stuff from scratch, but Giant Eagle pizza sauce is pretty good. They have an organic blend right now. This was like less than $3, guys. Okay, so just use a generous dollop of sauce, and then this is the way I've always seen them do this. You drop it in the center, and then you kind of swirl outwards from the center, and that kind of gets the distribution you want. And most people like over sauce it. You kind of want like this amount of thinness so you can kind of see through it a bit. So yeah, this pizza cheese blend is also from Giant Eagle. It already has like the mozzarella and provolone mixed into the ratio that you want. So I'm gonna be much more generous with this cheese, like a real cheesy pizza. And then yet again, we're gonna put some more of the freshly picked herbs from the garden that's just across the street. So now we can actually leave the stems on because we don't care as much. Okay, so now we're gonna transfer it onto the pan. In hindsight, I should have probably done the final preparation of sauce and herbs actually on the cooking thing, because it's now slightly heavier. It'll just get a little stretched out, it's fine. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there we go, and then let's rearrange this back on it. And then drizzle some olive oil. Okay. And then we're gonna pop it in. So first we're going to take out the corn that we've been roasting. So we've actually been doing these nice little delightful corn on the cob just to kill time while the oven's heating, because it takes a while to heat. And look at that, there's that nice roast. We like left it in the husk. So yeah, just some butter and some fresh herbs. Oh yeah. So basically what I'm doing is I'm gonna scrape out the coals that are like pretty much clear coals, and then push the fire to the back. Scrape out some ashes. And then some people actually cook directly on the surface. I don't like that because it leaves kind of an ashy taste. It is a little bit more traditional. So I can actually check the temperature of the surface we're going to be cooking at. And yeah, it's a nice solid 700 degrees. And then just shove it all the way back, and then to cook it even quicker, which should just take a couple of minutes, we pop this in. I kind of want to put like danger, do not touch with bare hands on it, because you always have to have gloves on when you touch that thing. Hey guys, check it out, we got a new Pope. It's very much variable heat. Every part of the oven is at a different temperature. The dead center is 800 degrees. It probably is more closer to 400 or 500 on the edges. But you can just kind of rotate it, and it just cooks really quickly. So, pull it out. Try not to get that much smoke in your eyes. And yeah, it's loose. And we'll just plate it right on here, right on the slate. Nice and crispy. Should come apart super easily. I mean, dig in, guys.